hopefully you can follow all of my trains of thoughts, y'all. I want to lean into that joie de vivre. Here she is. Are you ready? Hey, hey, hey! It is Naomi, and you are watching Made Truly. It has been so long since I've been in this space in a long form video context. I've been posting some short form videos, but we haven't done a regular video in a long time. And if you were here in the past, then you probably noticed there's some changes around here. It's no longer comfy cozy naotri, and now it's Made Truly, like I just said. I crochet and design the cutest plushies ever. Look at these guys. Look how cute they are. Also, don't mind me because I just got a vlogging camera, which is what you're watching. Y'all, I returned that camera so fast after I saw the footage, so I'm sorry for the bad quality. In the future videos, you'll have quality more like this because I got the camera I've been wanting for years, so just sorry. Bear with me in this video. And the image is not mirrored, so I'm not used to that. So I'm sorry if this is not working well. Bear with me, but look at my cute plushies. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys today about all the changes and then what I want things to look like. And I also wanted to show you all the plushies I've been working on because there's a lot of really cute and good ones, and I'm so pumped and excited about it. So let's get into it. Also, y'all, I really hope that the audio is okay because I realized that I can't even use my mic with the camera, so that's unfortunate. But we're gonna pray for the best and pray that you're seeing this right now. And yeah, I'm just gonna crochet as I talk to you, okay? Let's do it. So when I started doing social media for crochet, I named it Comfy Cozy Naotri because I already was established online as Naotri, and that was my gaming content. You can go see it right now, it's still there. And if you want the full backstory, here we go. So I actually started this channel as like a place to play like other cozy games that weren't my main game at the time, because with YouTube sometimes if you like put yourself into a niche, it can get tricky because then when you start doing other things that aren't that specific niche, stuff doesn't perform as well. And so I was like, okay, I need, even though it's similar content, I want another space for other gaming stuff. And so that's why I made this originally. And then I started to crochet after that and just decided to do that here. And I thought this would be like a crochet and gaming space, but then quickly decided just to stick with crochet over here. And I was also over on Instagram as well. And I think eventually got over to TikTok, but the point being is I started making content for crochet, and I was just doing it for fun. Like, I don't think I really had any expectations with it. And then I eventually got to a point where I was designing my own plushies and putting my own patterns out. And I started selling on Etsy first, my plushies, and then eventually I got into a store called Painted Boutiques, which I think I have some videos on the channel about it. And to be honest, I never had the best luck selling on Etsy, my physical plushies anyway. Patterns do okay, but when I got into my store, that did, I mean, the best I've experienced anyway with selling plushies. Not as good as some people, I'm sure, but one day I'm sure we'll get there. Okay, I know I did something wrong somewhere. Or did I not just wait, hold on. I'm gonna start this round over. This is not something that I can actually really talk in crochet while I do it, so let me just talk to you, okay? At the time that I actually started selling in Painted Boutiques, my life was exploding. That's kind of a weird way to say it because it already was exploding. In my 20s, it's been exploding the whole time. It was when I realized I need to make a change, and essentially when I was becoming a single mom fully is one way to put it. But now I'm on the other side of that, and I'm no longer in Painted Boutiques, but that's because it no longer exists, which is insane. I pulled out about a year ago, April of 2025, because where I was at that time, I just couldn't sustain it, and I realized I needed to pull out. But I always had in my mind that one day I might go back, and then they just closed shop, and so there's no Painted Boutiques in all of the US anymore, and so that's not an option. But this whole year I've been planning and trying to figure out what I want to do creatively, because I want to do all the things. Like I said, I already had a gaming account and I have my crochet account. I've been wanting to do something that's like more personal or that encompasses like everything, and I've just been struggling because I am like an extremely creative person, and I don't say that as like a brag or anything. It's just like literally, if I'm not creating, I am not satisfied. And I have so many ideas all the time for so many things. That's what I mean when I say that. And you'll see, because you'll see all the plushies that I have to show you later, and you'll see what I mean. And so yeah, so I was just struggling with what do I choose, because I don't have that much time. And so what do I do with the limited time I have, because I'm working full time now. I want to crochet and make stuff. I want to make videos, just all the things. I want to write poetry. That's something else that I do. I have all these dreams and goals and things for myself, and it's just like, where do I put my attention? And so I kind of gave myself the freedom to just kind of go with the flow. At the beginning of the year, I was like, okay, my head's in too many places, let's just go with the flow. And it's led me back here. And so that's how we got back to Made Truly, because when I made Comfy Cozy Naoatri specifically, I was like, that name's really long. I don't know if anyone is gonna like remember that or what, and especially if you don't know me as Naoatri already, then yeah. So from the beginning, I always knew I wanted to change it eventually. And I have another project, which is kind of one of the things I was talking about before, one of my ideas or roads that I want to go down that has a similar name, which if I'm saying that, you'll probably figure it out, but I don't want to give it away because I want to see if it'll grow on its own. But again, I'm not really focusing on it because like I said, we made it here. Hopefully you can follow all of my trains of thoughts, y'all. But yeah, so I had a similar name for another project, and I realized Made Truly would just fit perfectly for all the things I want to make, because I don't want it to just be crochet forever. I think eventually we're gonna do some more stuff, and that'll come with time because I need to figure out how I'm gonna get there eventually. But it's definitely cozy stuff. And also, I also wanted to kind of get away from like the cozy idea, not because I don't want to do cozy stuff or like that's not me, it is me. It's just I feel like the content and things that I produce might not always come across as cozy exactly. And what I realized is I want to lean into that joie de vivre, because that is something that is so inherent to me, and I've also like found my way back to because I lost it in the blow up of my life that was my 20s. I'm now 30 now, by the way, which I'm so excited for. It's a new era. I'm so ready, y'all. But yeah, I wanted to be that joie de vivre and like bring that to you guys and like make things and be able to like provide things that allow people to add joie de vivre to their lives. Right now, I'm focusing mostly on trying to sell my plushies because again, I miss knowing that I'm making something and seeing a sale happen, like especially with my shop at Painted Tree, like seeing a sale and knowing like someone got a plushie and like now they get to like have that in their home and just like add joy to their lives. Like, oh, I miss that so much and I want to be able to do that again. So that's my focus right now. I still do want to make patterns and sell things, but I think the main focus I want and hope for is that I can like actually sell my physical plushies and physical items and maybe other things too. That's currently where we're at, is I'm working on developing essentially. So, you know, I want to list stuff on Etsy, and I have some items of things that I've made that I want to list as well, but some of them, they might have been the first ones I made and I don't necessarily like the way they look anymore, or like I've kind of updated the style of it a little bit, like maybe the eyes are bigger, or you know, I included facial shaping now. If you don't know what I mean, you'll probably see what I'm talking about with the plushes I show you later. It's been a long process of like, I'm making a bunch of stuff, and then I'm also having so many ideas as I'm trying to, you know, make the things that I already have. It's becoming a long process, but when you're seeing this video, my Etsy should have at least some plushies for you to buy. So if you see anything you like in this video, make sure to go check out my Etsy, or if you've already seen something you like, make sure to go check out my Etsy because you might see it there. I'm excited, y'all. Literally in a few days from now, I'm gonna start putting stuff up. So by the time you see this video, they should be up, hopefully. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't forget to say anything important, okay? Yeah, I pretty much said all of it. Do you guys want to see the plushie? Oh, no. There's one more thing before we see the plushies. I do want to mention that I have a vision for the plushies that I'm putting out there. I don't want to just do any old plushies. I want to do things that like you can kind of like incorporate into your life in some way. So that might look like desk buddies, like plushies that can actually sit on a table or on a surface. Okay, some plushies I have and that I've created don't really sit very nicely or very easily. Like you have to like prop it up against something. Let me say it this way. Here are the categories that I'm thinking of. We have desk buddies, and then there's also like car charms slash bag charms, because the ones I make, I use both on my rearview mirror in my car and on my bags. And then there's snuggables, which are things that maybe they can't sit on something, but they're big enough and cozy enough to snuggle when you're like gaming or just like at your computer doing work or whatever. And then if you've been on Instagram, you may have seen a hint of this very early this year, but I never really talked about it much after that. But I also want to make like wrist rests. So you see how I'm like incorporating like gamers in this, because I'm very much a gamer too. So yeah, like wrist rests that you can put by your keyboard on your desk. I feel like I'm forgetting anything. If I forget anything, I'll put it on the screen right now. But yeah, I think when I start listing on Etsy soon, I'm probably gonna start with desk buddies, because I have a lot of them actually. It's getting to be a lot of things that are gonna need to be listed eventually. But okay, let me show you the plushies. I gotta like gather all of them and then show you. So I'll BRB. Okay, you know what? I forgot that I wasn't gonna actually gather them. I was just gonna take you on a little tour to see them. So see like this cutie, that would be a desk buddy. It's my little bunny stress pet, but I recently redid it and made a strawberry bun version. So that's that. There's also gonna be like plain colored ones, and there's another version, another cute fun version that I'm working on that I still need to finish. And then we have these mushroom stress butters, which also can be desk pets, and they're called stress pets because you can squeeze them and they're really nice for like releasing that stress that you have. There's also one with a sprout, which I'm actually changing the sprout because I realize I don't love it. I'll show you what the sprout will look like. Oh my gosh, I have a little bit of yarn tucked in here. This is a brand new one. So this is made from the same pattern as this cutie, but I made it into a frog. That's an idea I had recently. So as you can see, the ideas are coming and coming and coming. Okay, and then we have another stress pet over here. And this guy is a little earth sprout. So cute. These guys are a free pattern. You can get them on my Ko-fi, I think it's Coffee actually, or on Instagram. And again, this is just the bunny pattern, but you can just, you know, embroider the eyes on the ears to make it a frog instead. And these guys have a very interesting story. This is part of my original Plushettes pattern pack. It was the Plushettes garden variety, right? So this is droplet, and then we have florets with a little flower, cutie patootie, and you have cactet. And then you already saw earlier Miss Sproutet, which was the original idea. But as you can see, Sproutet has wide set legs, and these guys have really close together set legs. And that just goes with how I create patterns, because I have so many different ideas going, and I'm like, okay, I have all these different variations that we could do and make it, and then I just end up adding all of it to the pattern. And so you can do these with arms, without arms, legs close together or far apart, and then obviously there's different versions, right? But I've decided that when it comes to selling my plushies, I'm gonna stick with arms and the legs far apart, because for some reason I just think that's cuter. For some reason I couldn't decide when I first made it, but I've landed on that. So that was part of what I had to develop, because this one I had already in the correct style, and then these three I did not have in the correct style, so I've been making the corrected versions, like this cutie here. That's the droplet with the legs further apart. Let's put them side by side to compare. So that's them. I don't know, which one do you think is cuter? And over here at my desk you can see I have the corrected cactet. I also realized how I can do better with the facial shaping, so I will be doing that too. And then I haven't made the corrected floret yet, so that's what I was actually kind of working on just now when I was trying to crochet before. And then you saw Miss Baby Dilly Daisy earlier too, so that's the baby version. There's a mama version. Let me show you in a second. She's hiding over here in my plushie shelf. I'm gonna have to rearrange this later, but there she be. I love her so much. And then I almost forgot that I've been working on my fruit variety of the plushettes as well. This is Cherryetta. I made her a long time ago, like about a year ago I think. She was the first one. She was not the first one, sorry. I think my original Lemonette was actually the first one. But I just updated her to actually have a leaf. She didn't have a leaf before, but now she does. And I'm obsessed with her. And then we have Blue Bet. Oh my gosh. I love them so much. I can't even begin. Did you notice that Cherryetta is the only one that has a little bit of a different name? Just because I felt like Chariot sounds too much like chariot. So she is Cherryetta. The rest are just end with et. And this is Tangerette. I love them so much. There is one more completed plushette, but I'm gonna save that for last because I think that is my absolute favorite plushie I've ever made in my whole entire life. So let me show you some others first. And then we have two of my snuggables. These are called cozies. Let me show you the bear cozy because that was one of the first patterns that I ever designed. I don't know, I feel like this one doesn't look like the best, but this is the bear cozy. This and the bunny cozy were my very first patterns I designed, plus the baby bear and baby bunny. And then recently I made these cuties, and I had made these as the baby versions first, and so this was me making them as the regular size for the first time ever. So these are some of the snuggables you'll find on Etsy eventually. So cute. And this is actually the sprout that I want to put on my mushroom cozies, or not cozies. This is the cozy. My mushroom stress pet as well. Oh, and you actually saw it already on the earth sprout one. I did this one on the earth sprout one. I was supposed to show you then, but I forgot. But just see how snuggable they are. It's the best. I love them. I feel like there's probably a ton more that I'm supposed to show you, but you'll see them. I'm sure you'll see all the things in all the videos to come, whether short form or long form. But let me show you the one I was telling you that is my absolute favorite I've ever crocheted. It's everything. Okay, I hope you like it as much as I do, because if not, I don't want you to be disappointed. Here she is. Are you ready? Oh my gosh, she is a potted Sproutette. So where did Sproutette go? I've just been throwing everything all over the place. Wait, where'd she go? What the? Huh? Yo, where did I put her? She's like vanished into thin air. Oh no. Wait.
A few minutes later.
So do you see how Sproutette is like dirt with a sprout on top? And then this is a planted version. Sorry, I'm still struggling with the whole camera thing. So this is a potted version of Sproutette. She's in a little pot and you can still see the dirt on top and the sprout. And so what I was actually working on, what I was trying to work on at the beginning of the video was a potted floret. So with the flower, not the sprout. I'm also making a normal floret at the same time. So that's why I said earlier that I was kind of working on floret. I'm just in love with this cutie. I just made her I think I finished her yesterday and I'm obsessed, if you can't tell. I'm so excited to bring some more joie de vivre to y'all and to me. Honestly, I feel so much more like myself now that I've gotten back into this and I finally figured out the direction I want to go with all my creativity, and there's so much more that I haven't even shared with y'all, but I hope you get to see it. So please follow along if you have any interest in my plushies, my designs, anything, my content, me. Thank you so much for being here, whether you've been here or whether this is your first time seeing me. Have a great day, great life. Goodbye.